Okay, for today, I talk about learning strategies. What are learning strategies and what does the research say about learning strategies? As students shift from the skill emphasis of elementary grades to the content emphasis of secondary grades, they face greater demand to read information from textbook, take notes from the lecturers, work independently, and express understanding in written compositions and on paper and pencil tasks. These definitions based on Scrum Makers and Distillers 1984. For students who haven't acquired such information's academic skill, the task of mastering content often comes with value, particularly in inclusive general education classes. In responsible to this challenge, many students with learning problems, including those with learning disabilities or LG, have acquired and used specific learning strategies to become successful despite their knowledge and skill deficit. And then what is about learning strategies is an individual approach to complete the task. More specifically, a learning strategy is an individual's way of organizing and using a particular set of skills in order to learn content or accomplish other tasks more effectively and efficiently in school as well as in non-academic setting. It also by Scrum Makers and Distler in 1992. Therefore, teachers who teach learning strategies teach students how to learn rather than teaching them specific and curriculum content or specific skills. And then what does the research say about learning strategies? Much of research and development of learning strategies for students with learning disabilities has come from research and educators applied with the Universities of Kansas Center of Research on Learning in journal. Their research suggests that the use of learning strategies can improve student performance in inclusive setting or and grade appropriate tasks. In reading, for example, results from a study of the use of the word identifications strategy indicate that the number of the oral reading errors decreased while reading comprehension score increased for all students on ability level. That grade using the task taking strategies improve average test score in inclusive classes from 57% to 71%. It's by Hugs and Scholars 1991. Then other researchers in the area of learning strategies have also found positively result. For example, Graham, Harris, and colleges improving the equality student compositions, planning process, and revisions. Another line of research, the Pranzers and Brown successfully test and replicate teachings and strategy to improve student reading performance. And then from the another expert have developed several approaches to teach students how to construct and use mnemonics, and the strategies tested by Millers and Maker have resulted in improved students' performance in math calculations as well in solving word problems. So that is about the what are learning strategies and what does the research say about learning strategies.
Hi friend, I'm Desita, so I'm going to present the material about basic elements and the categories of learning strategies. Learning strategies are a form of procedural knowledge that can be used to improve learning performance. The learning activities and strategies have been organized under the basic elements. So the first one is turning in. This strategy provides opportunity for students to explore their current knowledge, attitudes, and values. First one is turning in. This strategy provides the opportunity for students to explore their current knowledge, attitudes, and values. While working independently or collaboratively, students can use suggested graphic organizers to record and share information. And teachers will also be able to use evidence gathered from students' responses to plan a program for the needs of all students. Jadi strategi turning in memberikan kesempatan bagi siswa untuk mengeksplorasi pengetahuan, sikap, dan juga nilai mereka. Next is finding out. This strategy helps students identify gaps in their existing knowledge and understanding through self-directed investigation. Strategi finding out membantu siswa untuk mengidentifikasi celah dalam pengetahuan dan pemahaman mereka. Dan pada strategi ini diajarkan agar siswa dapat bekerja secara kolaboratif untuk mengumpulkan informasi melalui penyelidikan mandiri. Next is sorting out. These strategies encourage students to sort, analyze, organize, review, compare, and contrast information to further develop and consolidate their knowledge, understandings, skill, attitude, and values. Summarizing key information and clarifying relationship on association between information and ideas will assist students to draw conclusions and apply their understandings. Strategi sorting out mendorong siswa untuk memilah, menganalisis, mengatur, meninjau, membandingkan, dan membedakan informasi untuk lebih mengembangkan pengetahuan, pemahaman, keterampilan, sikap, dan juga nilai mereka. And the last is reflecting. This strategy allows students to identify, discuss, and consider change in their understanding, skill, attitudes, and values. Jadi strategi reflection memungkinkan siswa untuk mengidentifikasi, mendiskusikan, dan juga mempertimbangkan perubahan dalam pemahaman dan juga keterampilan, sikap, dan nilai mereka. And then about the categories of learning strategies. Learning strategies can be classified into 4 categories, such as cognitive, metacognitive, management, and motivational. So for cognitive strategies, the strategies aim to acquire and deepen the understanding of the content within the domain studied, as well as improve retrieval and transfer of knowledge. This includes reading, highlighting, note-taking, summarizing, paraphrasing, elaboration, organization, and so on. Jadi strategi kognitif ini bertujuan untuk memperoleh dan memperdalam pemahaman tentang materi yang dipelajari, yaitu dengan membaca, lalu meringkas, menulis kembali, atau juga membuat catatan, dan yang lainnya. Next is metacognitive strategies. So the strategies are based on the individual's understanding of learning and cognition. They rely on his or her ability to assess the learning process to identify strengths and weaknesses. So metacognition involves planning learning activities, monitoring the process during learning, and evaluating results. Strategi metakognitif ini didasarkan pada pemahaman individu tentang pembelajaran. Mereka mengandalkan kemampuan mereka untuk menilai proses pembelajaran, yaitu seperti mengidentifikasi kelebihan dan kelemahan dari pembelajaran ini. Metakognisi ini melibatkan perencanaan kegiatan pembelajaran, pemantauan proses selama pembelajaran, dan evaluasi dari hasil. And next is about management strategies. These strategies aim to create optimal learning condition, particularly by the learner's ability to find and evaluate information. Jadi strategi manajemen ini bertujuan untuk menciptakan kondisi belajar yang optimal, terutama oleh kemampuan pelajar untuk menemukan dan mengevaluasi pengetahuan. And last is motivational strategies. These strategies trigger to drive to engage in learning. So there are several relevant aspects, including the mindset of the learner, his or her beliefs about the value of the learning activity, and the source of motivation. Jadi strategi motivation ini memicu dorongan untuk terlibat dalam pembelajaran. So that's all about the basic elements and the categories of learning strategies. Thank you.
The first one is using teaching and learning strategies. Teachers are encouraged to use their professional judgment to review the suggested strategies and decide on the most appropriate for meeting the needs of their students and deliver the essential content in a resilience and well-being, drug education or road safety context. The second one is adapting teaching and learning strategies. The strategies like two learning activities are a suggestion only. As teachers know their student learning style and need, they can select alternative strategies or adapt those suggested to deliver the content. For example, first, a think pair share can easily be adapted for students to use when sorting out information or reflection on their learning at the end of an activity. The second one, a placemat can be used to tune students into a new concept or to consider information when making decisions. And the third one is a thumb up. Thumb down can be used by students to indicate their attitude at the start of an activity or as a reflection strategy to evaluate changes in their knowledge and understanding. The third one is addressing student learning style and needs. When teachers are asked to cater for individual differences, it does not mean that every student must be given an individual work program or instruction be on a one-to-one basis. When teaching and learning is individualist, it is reflected in classroom organization, curriculum, and instruction. Teaching and learning strategies can include a range of whole class, group, and individual activities to accommodate different abilities, skill, learning rate, and style that allow every student to participate and to achieve success. After considering the range of their student current level of learning, strength, goal, and interest, it is important teacher select strategies that the first one focus on the development of knowledge, understanding, and skill. The second one is will assist students to engage in the content. The third one is will support and extend student learning. The fourth one will enable students to make progress and achieve education standard. Being inclusive of all students, many students with disability are able to achieve education standard commensurate with their peers, provided necessary adjustments are made to the way in which they are taught and to the means through which demonstrate their learning. The fourth one is facilitating values education. Health and physical education issues require students to consider their own belief, values, attitude, and behaviors. Teacher conducting values learning activities should access as facilitator and remain non-judgmental of students who displays belief that may not agree with their particular stances on an issue. Teachers should also make students aware that the first one, sometimes people form opinions without being well informed. The second one is personal experience often contribute to opinion. The third one is there will usually be a cross section of opinion within any group, and that these opinions need to be respected. And the fourth one, peers, family, society, media, and culture will influence values. Debrief immediately after a values strategy to allow students to share feelings generated from the activity. Summarize the important point learned and personalize the issue to real life situation.
The next material is about learning strategy curriculum. What the research are available for teacher. So well, according the University of Kansas, there are three strategies. The first one is information acquisition. Information acquisition, strength feature, the word identification strategy, and the paraphrasing strategy. The second one is information strategy. Information strategy strand includes the first letter mnemonic strategy, the paired associate strategy, as well as others. And the last one is expression and demonstration of understanding. This strategy includes the sentence writing strategy, the test taking strategy, and others.